I've heard a lot of people talk about Lina Khan leaving the FTC, and that's a catalyst for a lot of deal making. Is that literally the only barrier? Is that the only thing stopping a lot of deal making, concerns about the FTC and intervening?
I think it's much broader. So when we think about deal making and the deal flow that we'll see in 2025, investors have been looking at two key themes, and that was monetary dynamics as well as the regulatory environment. And in terms of the monetary dynamics, we've seen over the course of 2024 a reduction of interest rates from the Fed, starting with a big boom in 50 basis points in September and an additional 25 basis points in November, with an indication that we'll see at least 2 more cuts next year. So with interest rates falling, that is an indication that many deal makers are looking at. To your point, the regulatory environment continues to be one that we look at closely. The Trump administration has made indications that they intend to disrupt the status quo. And so deal makers are looking at that as potentially business friendly. But I would say from a broader perspective, as we look at M&A activity as a whole, particularly over the last 40 years, what you will say is that a 2-term presidency, you see an uptick in M&A activity.
All right.
Yeah.
I want to go into something we've been talking about with some of the market guests. Since the election, the Mag 7, 95% of the market gains. A lot of those are, AI-focused stocks, part of that AI trade. When we talk about deal making going into 2025, are most of the deals going to be focused on AI? Is it going to be, in your opinion, big companies trying to upscale their AI capabilities? Will it be smaller companies trying to acquire other smaller companies to try to compete with their bigger rivals? I mean, what direction is that AI trade going when it comes to M&A?
When it comes to M&A, you're looking at many companies who are looking to build scale and to really future-proof their companies. So when you look at the investments of AI and technology, where you have software as a service firms, AI could potentially be disruptive. But where you have other companies, software companies, where they have proprietary data sets, they'll be able to capitalize on a lot of the momentum that we'll see in terms of the AI and technology investments.
What about cash holdings? We were talking about Berkshire Hathaway having a record $325 billion, just an astronomical amount of money. A lot of other big companies also have, very sizable cash holdings. How do companies look at those cash holdings as we go into the new year? New administration, less regulation, but certainly a lot less certainty. A lot of policies that could not only shake up in the economy, increase inflation, we could see changes when it comes to immigration and the workforce. How are they viewing that cash pile with some uncertainty going forward?
Right, and to your point, so some uncertainty, but we have a direction of travel. So in terms of how S&P 500 companies look at their cash reserve, it's really about striking that balance between the ability to reinvest in strategic initiatives, as well as things such as R&D, and those that are ripe for deal activity. So what we see is there is a focus on stability, but based on conversations I'm continuing to have with CEOs, there's also an appetite for growth.
All right. Last but not least, private equity. They got a lot of dry powder out there. How do you see private equity playing a part when it comes to not necessarily M&A, just the A part, the acquisitions going into 2025?
Well, I think because you see a lot of dry powder, you'll see some aggressive deal making from a private equity perspective heading into 2025. You also see private equity companies looking at their existing portfolio companies and seeing which ways they can operationally scale those companies itself. The other point that I think we need to look at in the M&A activity with PE is the appetite now for more IPOs. A lot of that deal activity has been on hold for the last 2 years.